Hello, hi, what's going on? So back now, loud like nobody's business. He wants attention now. Yeah, oh my god. He sees me eating popcorn and he's just like, oh my god, like share some. I'm like, man, I can't do it. Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah, can't do it. Actually hold on for a moment. Yeah. Here we go again. Here we go again on the floor. On. Go. Okay. Let's see. All right. Well, by the time I had left, it was 7 something. It's 11:55 right now. It was 7 something. I'm getting my bearings. I needed to go to the mall and pick up some things, preferably for me wanting to go see the movies. And so the video that I showed you right before I was about to leave was a woman that was triangulating information and is a flying monkey. So it has nothing to do with a hit dog will holler. It has all to do with people being very, very um, adamant to maintain a certain type of toxic behavior. By the way, pardon me. Actually need to go get me my one more time. Hold on. One more time. One more time. Oh, let's see. Oh. Okay, I scared. I was getting so again. What's going on, man? I said I was gonna get these nails done, and I just wanted to have, I couldn't decide between, first I couldn't decide on what the design is going to be. Then I also couldn't decide on if I was just going to do my regular nails or some acrylics. But I think I'm going to do some acrylics just to have them nice and short, because I want to have like something really pretty and fancy. But I don't want to go another day with this chip paint, so I bought some nail polish remover because I was just like, ew, we are not doing that. So yeah. All right. The video I showed you before, I had played in the background, was of this woman and triangulating information, and it was, flying monkey messages. Now, because people are aware that what I'm going through is abuse, and they've admitted it before in other videos, that didn't stop them from being completely offended and thinking, oh, in sisterhood, we're going to we're going to just crowd and bombard her with more toxicity. My throat is itching. And triangulation. So that's what they did for several hours, if not more. Oh, thank God, it's like such freedom. Like, I really would rather have my fingers have no polish than have like a little bit of polish. Like, it's like having your nails like you have too much space between your cuticles and your nail beds. Like, I just rather have them off than have too much of a gap. That's me. That's my own preference. Anyway, there's so much slander here. Hold on, we gotta. There's supposedly, things of that nature of I was pregnant. Um, I I'm still pining after a relationship. Not my last relationship. No, not the one that I had where I stopped having sex and became celibate, but the one several relationships ago. Several relationships ago. So it was a few. Like, I mean, I haven't had many people on my dance card, but like I've been on dates, and then I've talked to guys, but it was just like, okay, wow, like this was just so long ago. I only saw you like I only saw you in person last year. Um, since that long, long last time that we've seen each other. And then I saw you in 2020, the end of 2020, on online. Yeah, shiznit. Was it 2020, 2021? No, 2020. Like, see, that's just how freaking long ago it was. And things were making so much sense. Things were making so much more sense now on why his dad, when I was looking for assistance on regards to, somebody hacking my accounts and stuff and me not knowing what the fuck was going on. And his dad was just like, yeah, don't contact David. Like, what you did was good, to just like move on. And I was just like, okay, yeah, bet. But like, I still need help in regards to knowing about hacking and stuff like that. And your son knows about hacking. So I'm like, okay, well, then let me reach out to him. And that's what I did. I literally have recordings of that. So I'm curious as to know why. Well, I can actually figure that out because I don't think I'll get the truth from anybody. But I know that there were a lot of angry white women. And I'm just like, that is not something that I'm intimidated by or like afraid of or anything like that. I mean, I know the repercussions that can happen when a white woman happens to get all up in her feelings. But it was just like, bro, come on. Like you already know that you're out of pocket for what you're doing, and then you're getting offensive and all up in your like, all up in yours because you offended me, and I happen to tell you about yourself, or because I called you sloppy. Like y'all be going nigger, 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 nigger. But if I call you a jive turkey or a cracker or something like that, then all of a sudden, like you're just clasping your privileged necklace or whatever, like that. I swear, I had made a comment. Well, no, I have wrote down in my notes that there were some very arrogant white people who were thinking like I was going to be coontastic because I was, I guess I was sticking it to the black people when I was really just, calling things out for what it is and being very observant. But people automatically think that that I'm either going to go against black people or I'm going to go against white people. I'm like, everybody can get it. If I secluded my own fucking self and I'm the person who takes accountability for my own fucking actions in this, that, here, and the third, I've done that. You guys have witnessed that. In fact, the whole thing about that is my one of my abusers decided to use that opportunity in order to mimic my personality, copy my videos and my content, and then make their own platform. And this was this was obviously after the surveillance cameras were in my home because they used that opportunity to network with other people in order to establish a very large platform and do very duplicitous things behind the scenes. So I'm not surprised when people want to try to silence me now. And a lot of people are very threatened by me. I guess going just focusing more on myself and doing my own thing as I used to. Just like being more gung ho with my responsibilities in this, that, here, and the third. Because once I realized on humanity's intentions, once I realized on society's intentions and their self serving needs and what they basically want out of me without helping me, without really genuinely helping me, just to kind of like breadcrumb information and try to string me along and things of that nature, and telling me try to accept things that, oh, disgusting, when they will make, pep rallies and this, that, here, and a third for, I guess, like the same kind of, it's like it goes along in the same kind of boat. They'll say, oh, you're not alone, but save yourself. You feel me? It's that kind of energy. It's literally those words. They'll say, you're not alone, but then they'll tell you to save yourself. So I am alone, basically. And I saw it for what it is. I see it for what it is. And so I've been acting accordingly. Like I'm not here to put my focus in people who are doing nothing but being extremely uh, greedy and having power trips, thinking that they're God and stuff like that. And from the get go, a lot of people within this whole community, collective community, were saying, oh, like what you're doing and what you're going through is what you had to go through. Because I've been abused. This is why in my youth. So like I'm aware of like the intent behind very corrupt and malicious people. So I'm just like, yeah, no, I don't want anything to do with that. However, people in the collective community decided to use me as a symbol in order to puff themselves up. And now they're just all messed up and irate and inner feelings because I am putting myself first. I'm not here to be your martyr. I've said that many times, so I don't need to say it again. But it's like, like your intentions for me. No, I'm not here for that. Especially with these, like I see right through you. Oof, man. I'm imagine me. Just imagine if I was a white person from the South after the Civil War. Be like way back. Present. Shit, it can be like 30 years ago. Imagine it. It's a much role play. So, just imagine I'm a white person. And I'm over here trying to tell you, those damn Yankees, they didn't win the war. We let them have those niggers. Okay. We let them. All right. We gave them hell, and then we felt bad for them. So we let the slaves go on our own accord. Those Yankees, that's why we don't mess with them. That's why we really don't like them. Okay? So we have our sundown towns, we still have our, we still have our lick backs. Damn Yankees. I'm telling you. Some shit like that. Obviously, oh no, I got butter on my pants. Obviously, you know that that's not true. If you read the history books and and actual artifacts from the past, letters, testimonies, grave sites, all that circumstantial evidence. Well, not circumstantial, like all that, like hardcore evidence to prove that the South had lost and the president was with the shits. It was just like, no, the slaves are freed. Yeah, so if you hear any kind of like fallacy about the history, just like how the way how Black people are behaving when it comes to like certain type of things, like slaves weren't always happy. Like not a lot. It was rare. Most slaves were not happy being enslaved. Okay, like if they had ever, I'm telling you, it was just always coonery. It was always croonery. They were like, oh yeah, all the slaves were happy. They were just, everybody loves it. Like Aunt Jemima and stuff like that. Those kind of characters and things like that to depict what slavery was really like, or servitude was really like, or just being a handmaid to non-blacks or even blacks, because even sometimes blacks had people had slaves. Now damn well damn well that wasn't true. They were happy. Some of them are probably happier that they were in unfortunate situations, like house slave was happier that they weren't like one of the slaves in the field. The other slaves, some of the slaves had probably felt happier or like more grateful for a position, but they weren't happy. Okay, they weren't happy being enslaved. They weren't happy serving hand and foot. If you found any material, I'm pretty sure you're just reading into it, misreading into it, because like they wanted freedom. They wanted freedom, which is something that they richly deserved. So, but I say that, like, imagine the UK saying some shit like, you didn't win, we gave it to you. Or like, just kind of changing history. Because they've done that to people in the Holocaust. They've done that to people, in African-American history. And right now, it's no different. I told you it's modern slavery. So you bitches are predictable. You're lying about exactly what it is that's going on about me in order to distract, deflect, and have dinner. Because I've been running errands and stuff. And just go about your own bullshit in regards to my life. And yeah, I see right through that. It's just crazy. I mean, you could just have like literally just somebody like, oh yeah, well this right here happened, blah, 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 and you just sitting over there like, I'm pretty sure there's a meme. I know there's a meme about that. When like you're sitting next to your friend and they're telling and you overhear them telling a story about something and you were there, and damn well that that's not what happened. What's this? But you're talking about me. I've already uncovered that the government is doing something very foul and malicious and immoral. My civil and human rights have been disrespected. My name is Shalise. I'm on the watch list and under the Patriot Act. I've been abused and mistreated. It's already been exposed. So thus, anything in line with that is going to be foul play. Like, just a bunch of lies and bullshit. And having supportive evidence in regards to that is desperate measures. Things can be fabricated by a hacker. Like, come on now, get up off here. And you have this big mouth person who's literally been mimicking me. Like, how are you pretending to care about my welfare, but you're mimicking me? If anything, that's something, but you're like also downplaying me, downplaying my identity and things of that nature. It's very transparent. It is incredibly transparent. Like, you don't need another, like, you don't need 2 brain cells to understand that. You don't. I don't care how convincing you would try to relay that story to me. If you're telling me, that's so funny. Oh God. If the Pied Piper was dressed as a mouse and be like, yo, I'm here to kill mice. Like, they're horrible creatures. I'm like, so why are you dressed like them? Why are you dressed like one? Because they're just horrible. So is that to attract them, to get them out? No. I just like looking like it. I don't understand. I just like looking like a mouse. Okay, so why do you? Okay, fine. Are you like looking like a mouse? Fine, but you're gonna take care of the mouse infestation. You're like, yes, there can only be one. Excuse me. There can only be one. I want to be that mouse. Yeah. So I'm gonna do things around here like defecate on things, taint things. I'm like, so wait. If you're talking about being a mouse, it's horrible, but you want to do the horrible things that a mouse does, and you want to look like a mouse. Guy. Why don't you just stay right there? I'm gonna call somebody. I'm like, who are you calling? 911. Yeah, hi. I have a crazy person. Like, come in, because I mean, it's pretty much like you're over here trying to talk about me in a nefarious and ugly kind of way. You're trying to negate who I am, my identity, but then you're also mimicking everything that I do. My personality, my content, the way I dress, things of that nature. You can't dismiss that. You literally have left a whole fucking trail about what it is that I look like. Why would anybody talk about how much they dislike me while doing that? And we already know, again, that me being on surveillance cameras is not my doing, is not what I wanted, nothing like that. There was so many ugly, disgusting things that have happened to me, behind my back. Because remember, over 10 years, it only took me a few years to really figure out like what the fuck was going on. And you guys told me to save myself. Why would you tell me to save myself out of this situation? Why would you also not want to tell me the truth? And why would you feel like you had to triangulate information and talk in code if it was something that I wanted to be a part of? Why are you doing this shit behind my back? If it's something I wanted to be a part of. If it's something I wanted to be a part of, then you wouldn't have to do it behind my back. You would just do it. Hold on. You guys got so much in your feelings. You guys are the ones that are wrong. Letting them wrong. Man, I'm telling you, there's so much stuff. Hold on. Mostly, I got my ass beat because I'm telling you all this man's business, but it's just like Who decided to try to embarrass me and hurt me and harm me and also attempt to try to kill me?
Welcome back to Hidden Gem Tarot LLC. I'm Julie. So, I'm not trying to make light of anybody's situations, but the channel message was a karmic got her ass beat because she told all this man's business. A karmic got her ass beat because she told all this man's business.
Supposedly I'm a karmic.
Was hearing this gonna happen on social media? What do you want us to know about this karmic that got her ass beat because she told all this man's business? Robbery, exploitation, incaution, unfairness. So this person could have stole something from this man, could have said that something got stolen from her. We got a sweetheart, pure unconditional love, beloved. She could have said that.
Commercial.
Okay. She could have said it was unfair that someone took their sweetheart.
It's another lie.
Relaxation in the reverse. This person can't relax. This karmic that got their ass beat by a man for telling all their business. They could have been talking shit about somebody's wife too. I'm hearing Will Smith. Keep my wife's name out of your mouth. Maybe that's how the fight started. This man slapped a bitch, and it just escalated from there. I'm hearing. Okay, so it wasn't just this karmic getting beat up on. This karmic must have been fighting with this man too. We got loneliness in the reverse, dullness, disappointment, isolation. Someone was like, I don't want to be lonely anymore. Or they could have been bitching about how, like maybe, say this is a man that's connected to a divine feminine. Maybe this karmic is upset because divine feminine's not lonely. Divine feminine's not lonely. She can't relax. I'm also hearing maybe this karmic is feeling haunted right now. Like they're alone, but they don't really feel alone. You got fate in the reverse, coincidence, fatalism, fortune telling. And it's not a coincidence this happened.
Feeling haunted, alone, but not feeling alone. I appreciate the confirmation that I am alone. All that gaslighting shit. You're not alone, but save yourself. So yeah, supposedly I'm supposed to be addressed or identified as a karmic, and that's not true at all. I've literally been minding my business, and supposedly I've been pregnant. When was this? Because I've literally been drinking every year. You know, not every day, but I like an occasional glass of wine. You know, who doesn't? I don't have any kids. I aspire to maybe one day have them. You know. Wow. Okay. I'm wondering where am I supposed to be bruised at? Because this right here is contour. I'm just no scratches on me. I mean, there's hyperpigmentation. But you saw me get up and stuff like that, so my outfit's still clean, so I don't understand. What? What? That's like that bullshit where people talk about, oh, she's homeless. What? What? It's the same green wall from my Just Bees Honey video. downstairs when I moved in, because I don't always like, completely live here, but like when I moved back in, when I saved this house from going up for foreclosure, it was over $10,000. My money. I don't get it, buddy. Like, how is this so confused. Hmm. Okay. Slow battery. Hmm. Okay. Okay. So I'm looking at my old phone right now. Yeah. I used to have blue walls in the other room, but I had turned them white, and I have photos of the ex before he had moved. Paint them. Now, you guys have seen, this is the same. Do you see this right here? It's so old school right here. But do you see like that? You have the portrait thing. Do I have brightness? The brightness, my friend. Okay, I think it's better. I said, so do you see that flooring right there and that pink wall and stuff like that? That shenanigans. Yeah, I did that floor. I did that floor myself. And it's the same pink wall that's downstairs. It's just like, wow. Ah, oh, yeah. So many interesting things about this place. I don't really understand what people's problem is. Pepper, cheese, peppery, hello, bam, bam. Yeah, I have the blue wall. The blue wall is my signature thing. The blue wall was my signature thing. But if people will look at this right here, that right there, that's that. That's that right there. Same green wall where I did my video. Yeah. It's right there. So I'm not quite understanding. This is a house. So there's no like you know, you get kicked, like once you get kicked out, you can't get back in because that house is going to be under the property of the other owner or whoever bought it. Like unless something happens where you try to like, I guess try to buy it back. But I mean, at that point, this is like why. But no, I've always had this place. I've always had this place. And then I'm close, and I'm close, and I've continuously had it. And I think somebody, well, obviously, I don't think I know. Somebody's very, very, very upset about that. That I've maintained to keep this house for so long. And I think I actually still have the yeah. What's that boy right here? Oh my god. Yeah. Kind of move close over there. Sorry, on popcorn. But same yellow. So yeah, I downstairs, it's the same layout. Well, not completely the same layout, but definitely like new furniture and things of that nature. There's just wow. Let's go to the photos. Let's go to more of the photos. It's like once somebody exposes themselves as the liar that they are, it was just like what was the point of you guys to continue, listening to my abusers? Like that was the big aha moment for me, which is why I don't put in a lot. That's why I don't put the faith in people like I used to, and things of that nature. So right now, actually, we're about to go to where is it? Supposedly, someone is thinking that I'm still trying to have a relationship with them, or that I was trying to have a relationship with them. And it's just like, no. I need to show you guys the content where, like I said before, it was just like it took a while for me to address certain things and the way that made it seem like, oh fuck shit, like, okay, we shouldn't have done this. I all I have to do is just say like, yo, stop. And I say stop. I'm like, yo, like this is don't do this. This is like, honestly, this action right here that you're doing right now is very petty. Like, I can see through it. You're very insecure. I have nothing to do with that. Stop trying to cause a problem with me. People keep trying. And then at that point, I'm just like, look, all right, well, then let me tell you about yourself. Since obviously you didn't take the first few comments that I made directly about your pettiness. So now I literally have to meet you where you are in a way where it's just a little bit higher, but still, like, you definitely get the point. And then all of a sudden they turn into a victim. And I'm just like, psh, predictable. Again, move over. You're throwing in a scrap with the other predictable people on. Let's see this. Like I said, I'm very, like, blase blah about this because I'm very over it. It's nothing, and like, this is a, should I go to this site or this site? What's this one? Hmm. Oh yeah. Thank you guys for your patience. Okay. So one more time. What else do these very miserable harpies say? Imagine me calling somebody, you know, a very sloppy woman, and that just being like so offensive to these people, these gang stalkers and whatnot like that. Let's hear some more. That's what she's gonna do.
Okay. This karma could have got their ass beat by this man, because maybe it's somebody that has a platform and they were pretending like they were doing tarot readings. They were actually just telling all this man's business, and he found out about it. He could have even seen these videos or something, whatever this person puts out. Oh shit! And this karmic, she got her ass beat over this though. What else do you want to know about this karmic getting their ass beat? Endorsement, persuasion, bribe, temptation.
This is the perfect food to have. Listening to this, like, what else happened? What else did I do?
Could have been giving a man money, bribing a man, trying to get a man to take some kind of money, and she was talking about it on a platform. If this is someone that has a platform, maybe somebody that reads tarot. She's talking about bribing this man or him taking money from her, or something to that effect. And he got pissed the fuck off when he found out and confronted this person. And it could have even got physical. Okay. What else do you want us to know?
Yeah.
About this karmic telling all this man's business and getting her ass beat over it.
Oh my god.
10 of presents, yeah. And it's like, she could have been doing this to try to affect somebody's 10 of pentacles. Or been doing this to try to get the 10 of pentacles. And she was doing this to try to negatively affect somebody's relationship. We got the 10 of potions in the reverse. What was I going to say? And then we got the 6 of presents and 7 of potions in the reverse. So this karmic wanted the 10 of pentacles. Instead, they got the 10 of cups in the reverse. Unhappy relationship, unhappy home situation. Obviously, if this karmic got their ass beat, they're not very happy in love. If this was somebody they thought they had a love relationship or love connection with, it's like, this was done though. This is how the 6 of pentacles came out, crossing. This karmic wanted equal give and take. They wanted equal give and take. 7 of potions in the reverse.
This is white women, if you can't tell.
7 of potions in the reverse. Doesn't that look wild on that card? it's like this crowd was trying to create some kind of illusions, and it backfired on their ass. That's why they got their ass beat. It's like this man seemed to truth about what this person was doing. She was putting all his business out there like that. And, she was doing it in such a way that until he's watched the videos, until he's listened to whatever she was putting out, he didn't realize. Until he started listening to it, and then he's like, oh shit, she's literally telling all our business right now on these videos. And he beat that ass for her. He beat that ass for her. I guess this karmic didn't think this man was ever going to stumble upon these videos. Maybe the Holy Spirit showed him what was going on. Or I'm hearing even, I don't know why, I'm hearing his wife may have been logged into like her YouTube or something. So I don't feel like this karmic is this man's wife. I feel like she might have been like a mistress or a friend or something like that. I'm hearing that this man's wife could have been logged into like her YouTube. Maybe it was on her YouTube, this karmic's channel or something like that, or it came up under her suggested. And this man was like, just started listening to it one day or something. It's like, what the fuck is this? And then realized who it was on the video. It's like, oh my god, she did not. I'm hearing over 4,000 videos about this man's life. Like, what a fucking loser.
I don't know. What's more of a loser? Getting your fortune off of exploiting somebody who did nothing to you. Nothing, no harm to you. Who was only a plus to you. You decided to embarrass them, and then you get a karmic kind of situation yourself by getting the same thing. Well, not the same thing, but getting played for the person you try to play me for. I don't know. And then like you're still watching me. I'm minding my business. And I'm trying to mind my business. I'm focusing on my things. I'm focusing on my life. But here you are having to literally do the most in order to assassinate my character once again. This is nothing but evidence of what we can expect people have done in the past. Not only that, you make it really hard for the justice system to be honored and for the truth to be, revealed because you're doing fucked up things. Here's what's so messed up about it. Let me go. In addition to the other stuff, people have been more inclined to do bad shit because it's like a lottery. It seems like more of the good people are being screwed. Because, like, seriously, I've had no records, no foulness, no foul play, anything behind the scenes or, like, in the court system. Like, none of that shit. Unless it was, like, I guess, again, self-defense. Like, nothing. So, knowing that I've done since the very beginning, and I mean when I was young, before an adult, since I've done nothing but good in this world, and you see how I'm being treated by the government, by society, by citizens, by people that were close to me, it will obviously make you think, hey, look, yeah, I think it would be better and safer for us to just do bad things. And then when the government thinks that, okay, well, maybe, we shouldn't try to do that. So they're going to start to lock up some people here and there, or I don't know, throw the book at them. It's like, that's a lottery pretty much. Like, first off, prisons are already packed. Prisons are already fucking full. And innocent people can go to jail at any time, in prison at any time. So with this generation, the government and whomever, the entities, whatever, did a banged up job by being disconnected to death, disconnected by killing people who can be famous and politicians, because obviously that's what the media has done. It has made us disconnected in regards to when we see politicians in trouble or when they're killed or anything like that. Even in herd mode, we're still not affected. We're still kind of jaunting between our own freaking decisions, but eventually we'll decide, or we're just a lazy kind of just okay, click, without really investigating exactly what the fuck is going on. You guys really did fuck up. You guys really did fuck up. It's just getting worse. It really is. But it seems to be a lottery of, well, shit, then maybe we should do more corrupt things. That's what a lot of people in society are thinking, because it seems that is damned if you do, damned if you don't. And people are rather thinking hey, look, I'd rather be I'd rather not struggle and do this, that, her, and the third. Have you seen how easily people have gone to worshiping the devil and putting literally, I mean, everything, all of their business out, ass, tits, and everything on an app? It's insane. I'm saying get your money how you want to get your money, if it's if it's on the up and up. But I'm just saying how easy it was and how influential it was for people to just be sheep and go along with things. And even with now, this whole modern slavery thing, people are over here trying to tell me and gaslight me, trying to say, oh, hey, look, accept things that you have no control over. And I'm just no, in history, we've literally continuously, we can make a difference, but you don't want to because you're self-serving and greedy. And you only care if it happens to you. Now, when it happens, and I said when, because for a lot of people it will, you will either be putting yourself in jeopardy, or you will lose your life regardless because you are a pawn, or you'll be put in the same situation that I am, if not worse, because more than likely worse, because they want to make it more challenging. At the very end of it all, you guys have given the green light for the government to treat you like pawns and to kill you, either through, I don't know, another pandemic or whatever like that. I really don't care. I really don't care, because I've been not desensitized, but I've been just kind of disconnected of the majority of people, because I see you for who you are, and I can't change about that. I see people for who they are and what it is, and I can change. I will definitely say this. Yeah, no. I'll say that for later. You made it easier on the conscience of people who have to push the red button when it comes to lives, because you guys are okay with doing bad things and self-serving things. So at the end of the day, I mean, you can kind of guess from here how I don't give a shit about you, because you have tried to make my life a living hell and try to make me a martyr and symbol, when I would have easily have helped you, hold your hand, and done a lot of things for people as I used to back in the day. But knowing that I've been exploited and harmed, and just people trying to control me and do all this malicious shit, I'm just no, fuck out of here. And you hear this dumb shit by a grown ass fucking woman who has to triangulate information on behalf of people who have yet to come to my face and tell me anything, but want to laugh in group chats and in a community of Black people with white people who still see them as inferior but higher than me and certain other Black people, because those are their puppies, those are their pets. Those are the coons. Those are the sellouts. And again, not all white people. Not all white people. Not all. And not all black people. But a lot of them. A lot of them. And enough of them to make a difference. So when it comes to like the mountain of truth that I provide with you guys, and yet you still want to listen to my abusers when you see that this right here is unethical. My civil and human rights are abused. I have fucking strangers, perverted pastors with online platforms trying to tell me or try to criticize and chastise me and tell me that I should be grateful when literally merely hours before he was watching me undress and probably, you know, piss, shit, and eat somewhere like in his house, watching my naked body. We're here. That's like, you know, that's where we are. So no, I'm not gonna give a damn about you, and I'm not gonna stop the way how I think when it comes to like foreseeing it what it is. Look at her. You guys are supposed to be like all powerful and controlling, then you wouldn't have to tell me exactly like what displeases you, like what I do displeases you. If you were so controlling, then I mean, it's just like, you know, it just shows. Basically, it just shows like your fucking limitations on what you thought that you could do to me, on what you thought that you can get out of me, and you've done a lot. But it's just like still, like you're still not happy, you're still not fulfilled, you're still a miserable human being that's dependent on me. You're still one day closer to death. You couldn't save the person who died and you supposedly loved. As soon as you wake up, you're probably gonna have to pee, right? It doesn't seem like a god to me. You're not powerful. I'm not impressed by you. How are you doing something after me? You're not original. So please stop procrastinating. Stop, do this, do that. But the thing that you're doing in the background is silent. Stop procrastinating because we're bored with our lives and we need some activity. We need entertainment. Stop procrastinating. We're saying don't rest. Just keep going because we want you dead for the insurance money, or we just want to be able to use you. We like seeing you overworked, overburdened. Everything you do gives us money. But don't be happy. But then be happy. Stand on your left leg. On your right. Put that left leg down. I'm not a Joseph Sims character. I'm not. I might try to do one on a TikTok, like those girls do. Hi. Hi. I don't do Sims, so I wouldn't even know. I don't know what the phrases are. I don't know. Let me give this a try. I haven't, you know. I can't. So I'm gonna try to do like one of those things where it's just like, and it's like online. And where am I? One of those moments, like something like that. That would be cool.
He said I shouldn't tell him. I won't tell anyone else. Promise. I'm sorry, Dolores. I was lost in thought. We were just talking. What were we talking about?
Sorry, I'm watching a clip from Westworld. I just really like that. We're just like, you know, kind of like bring yourself back online. Kind of, I like one of those moments, like kind of like that, the robot thing. Anyway, because like again, I like to just talk about regular shit that's going on with the life, with just anything, cinema, anything. But these people, and eventually I will, like, you know, slowly but surely, I'm getting there, and I'm acting accordingly. I will not be able to reacclimate back into society like nothing the fuck happened, because that will never happen. That would be like trying to erase history, and we're not doing that. We're not doing that. I can, you know, I can be cordial, I can be polite, but there's people who I know are trying to, like, you know, get some type of transaction from me, whether it's, you know, either it's, you know, metaphysical, financial, you know, energy, that kind of thing. And it was like, yeah, no. Like 2 guys last night, tonight, were trying to like say hi to me. I was like, yeah, no, no. I don't hear nothing. Not a goddamn thing. I'm not talking to you. I'm not talking to you at all. And I don't have to. That's my right. This is not the military or anything like that. Like, I don't have to address you. I don't. I really don't. Does this work? No. Okay then. So let's go to the meat and potatoes of things. Is she finished talking?
Okay, my end is very soon. I really don't need to be laughing about this, but Dude, fucking ancestors being assholes right now. We got the Six of Wands in the reverse. Egotism, lack of confidence, lack of recognition, unpopular, discredited. Yeah, this embarrassed the fuck out of this man. He did not like this. This karmic may also be embarrassed too that she got her ass beat. We got strength. She realized this man manhandled her ass.
Oh my god.
He manhandled her ass because we got the Seven of Swords in the reverse. Coming clean, rethinking approach, deception, self-deceit, keeping secrets. This is an Aquarius card too. Leo, Aquarius, and I don't know if there's one on this one. Also Leo. Leo and Aquarius could be significant. Yeah, her deception was revealed. When the deceitful thing. I also feel like this man saw this woman as like a confidant, you know, someone he could tell his secrets to that wouldn't tell them. And come to find out, it was like she was telling the whole fucking world every damn thing he told her, every damn thing they talked about. He beat that ass. He beat that fucking ass. And I'm not condoning any violence on anybody, but he beat this karmic's ass when he seen this, or is going to. I was picking up on this has already happened, but it may not. This may happen in the future. I just feel like this man is just gonna fucking snap though. Once he understands like the full totality of what this karmic has been doing. Okay guys, love you so much. Bye for now.
Again, over 10 years of monitoring me and doing nasty things to my health.
What's up, everybody? Just Mary with HP. Yes. 48 people in the chat, 26 likes, so thanks. Okay. Karmic, Warlock, and Dark Witch out in public. This is the bomb.com download. I'm just saying. I would love to see this manifest out in the 3D. I probably won't. But I think a lot of you guys are about to. I just couldn't when I got it because to be a fly on the wall when this shit happens would be fucking classic. And the great thing about this is I think some of you guys are about to see this shit happen out in the 3D. It's going to be in some kind of public space. I just heard it in a park, in a workspace, in a bar. Oh, a bar. A park, a workspace, in a bar. So, and a movie theater. Wow. A park, a workspace, a bar, and a movie theater. So you plug it in how it resonates. That's what I heard. A park, a workspace.
4 places where I frequent. Going to the movies. I visited a bar recently. You know, workspace next week. And because I'm on vacation. And well, I just wanted to take some days off. And what'd you say? Oh, the park? Yeah, I go to the park. So you notice how that's outside of this house, right? Of this property, right? Where there are cameras. So that's confirmation right there that people are stalking me. That you follow me around. So no matter where it is that I go, you guys will be there. And you do that to antagonize me, to provoke me. Why should I get upset at the point where what you're trying to do is trying to provoke me? Why did you guys like try to like you were cackling and whatnot like that in your group chat? But all you're doing right now when you're trying to get me upset is just giving me evidence of what you're doing and confirming it. Bro. It's I don't know, it's just like really, really tacky. really like low rent kind of situations. It'd be great if low rent would actually happen to like properties. I mean, I have low rent, but it'd be great if low rent actually happened to more properties instead of to like all these bitches. You feel me? The world would be a lot happier. You feel me? I can guarantee you, the world would be a lot happier if the apartments were the things that were low rent and not these bitches, these sad old bitches. There's this of all different varying races. This one's white though. Of all of all variables, race, age, religion. Whew, it's nasty business. Nasty business. So let's see. What things? I had made a comment. Wait, I'm sorry. This is really good. I made a comment earlier today about white people. I guess a lot of people in general, but especially white people, specific white people, will have no problem putting you through shit, but let them talk about you. I'm sorry. They will have no problem doing shit. Letting you go through shit. They have no problem with harming you or having you do their dirty work or going through shit. But let them go through something. They are inconvenienced by the most minute thing. They really fucking are. So when non-blacks really get up in their fucking feelings, it's just like, damn. Like it's crazy. It's fucking crazy. But pardon me, black people, a lot of black people can get like that too. I'm just saying, no, but you can. It just almost seems like it's just, it's obviously the number is more, the percentage is more greater when it's non-black. Yeah, man. What is it specifically that's said behind my back? All I know. I'm gonna go to white pages. I'm like, oh, she's selling his business. Like, what am I telling your business? I mean, like, I didn't look. You literally have songs, like films and art stuff. You have so much things to talk about, your hidden gay lifestyle and how you're married, like how you guys are both gay and you've gotten butt fucked and all those other kind of things. And honestly, like that's not a problem for me. For me, that's not a problem. And I wasn't going to mention any of that shit. It's mentioned now, but it's just like, all these things that you guys were assuming for me to say. It's just like, well, if a lot of people already know about it, then why not just be proud about, who it is that you are and just come out? A lot of people were just kind of literally like riding on living in the dark and being miserable. And it's just like, pourquoi? First, pourquoi? I'm actually just really curious. It's not my place to say something in regards to, you being gay outwardly. It's not my place. It really isn't my place. This has already been said. This has already been like, not by me, but this has already been like notified. Like people already know this. So it's just like, for me to just kind of reiterate something, it's just like a moot point. No, Sebastian. Would you like to say? No. So many other things that people are lying about. So it's just crazy that you even believe that a person could be even just a smidgen of honest about like what's going on. So if I have, what is it? I do have material straight from the source. and I had screenshot something. I had screenshot a few things on Twitter where initially I was noticing, okay, so after I had dated somebody, not the one that we were talking about, but after I had dated somebody after him, um, his ex-girlfriend was being very like creepy and whatnot like that. And so I'm like, yo, like what's the beef? What's the drama? And he didn't really do anything. In fact, he was starting to act funny and weird. And I'm just like, okay, well, I'm peeping game here. I'm peeping game. There was the most horrible roller coaster and emotional bullshit that I had to go through. And yes, this dude was a Pisces. March Pisces, enough said. Okay, right. Okay. So after that, I was just like, yeah, like once it took me a few months to just really just like get over that. And after that, I was okay. I really was okay. And I know that now, like that person is still very bitter because this person really thought that they wanted to still see me like I guess like, pine after them or swoon after them. But I'm just like, you will never see that day ever again. You've crossed me. You've definitely messed up several motherfucking boundaries, many lives over. So we'll never have that opportunity ever again. I can guarantee you, I will never want you as a partner, as a sexual partner. So don't ever think that you can try to manipulate things, jokey joke, and nothing like that. That's really, but in fact, like anything toward that, you disgust me. Like literally to this day, like that's just so disgusting. I go on to say this because like yeah, after we had broke up, like he was still acting very like he was acting like a bitch. Like one of those really petty bitches. And I was just like, this is unnecessary. Like I was good to you. This is very unnecessary. In fact, you um one of the things that I wanted to discuss is how this dude knew about me being surveilled and didn't say anything about it. Fuck that. The girl that he was seeing, like I was getting a lot of on my social media while I was doing like, Just Bees Honey and things of that nature. The guy was knowing about like this other what is it account on Twitter, and it was being very passive. It was being very passive, and it had like a lot of subliminals and stuff like that. I can only take but so much because I'm just like, yo, I'm taking the high road and shit like that makes people really try to like come for you more, and I don't appreciate that. I don't appreciate that at all. So eventually I responded in kind. And whenever I respond in kind, people take that and be like, you see, that's da 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 da. Like that's what she's like. And I'm like, no. Because from beginning to end, you will see the passive shit that happens. And as you can see today, the shit is still repetitive. It still goes on with just like, an old ex. And I'm like, this is ridiculous. This is really ridiculous. So like I created an account and I responded in kind because like I'm done with this shit. Like how would you like it if I did this to you? And then all of a sudden it's just like see. But I do keep my information up like on certain places. I'm not saying I keep like all like my whole life and stuff like that like exposed out here for you guys to know exactly like where I live. Actually, I think I should do that considering that you guys are very kind of cavalier about the shit that's going on. I'm just like, yeah, I said I was gonna like try to have my life more out and open. I don't know, we'll talk about that. I mean, I'm very transparent about exactly like what I've been through, what I've gone through, or what I'm doing. But actually, no buts. I'm just somebody described me as being raw, but it's just like I just don't see a point in not keeping it a buck. Because it's just like with these moments, like, you don't have to try to worry about, okay, well, what did you say? What was this here, and the third? Like, unlike them. Because it seems like after they get caught in a lie, it's always just another lie. It's just like, oh, well, it's not like, no. You said what you said. You did what you did. Stop trying to like backtrack out of it. what is this again? So I'm not gonna be over here trying to fight a ghost and these allegations that I don't know exactly what specifically is said about me, except like dumb shit like this, or people actually admitting that they're gonna try to follow me and stalk me just to try to provoke me. Like, come on, calling me the karmic. First off, okay, hold on. I had made a I said playlist. I had made like this like thing, what do you call it? I guess like a folder and stuff like that of things says road to social freedom, because I looked in my old email and was just like going through mail and stuff like that. So this obviously is from David Webb and Marlon and whatnot like that. So I'm going to read it to you. Oh, and do you see the year? Sorry, you should see the year too. So it's like 2013 and stuff like that. Obviously, it was a time way before, from 2009, 2010, 12, 13, 17. Times way, way before I even knew what was going to fuck on. So again, over 10 years ago. And even before then. So he shows this picture of a young Arizona, and he's just like in his grip. Oops. Hello. Oh, my phone's on here. That's so fucking crazy. Oops, shit. Hello. Okay. Can you guys see this? I want to do this. Maybe I should just kind of have it like late. Maybe I should kind of have it like dark. Maybe. But then you kind of see my. Can you guys see this? Okay. All right. So anyway, December 25th, 2009. Marlon Webb is like here in his grip, and he's sending a picture for, I guess, for us to see it, and this is the picture of Arizona. Now he told me that this is an adopted child that he decided to adopt, and this obviously is in his old home right here. This is his old home with the blue carpets and stuff like that, and this was in a modest home in Hamilton. Okay, in Hamilton. What's it in Hamilton? Here's the thing that's just so fucking funny to me, saying that they came from a wealthy family. Like, come on, come up off of it. You guys took advantage of me and exploited me. No, no, no. Yes. Yeah, no, not there. This is where he used to live. Wait, is this the correct one? I believe so. Right. Actually, that looks familiar, but it's not. This one is not it. One of the properties. Wait. Yeah. Okay, that makes it better. Let's narrow it down. Okay, so this is where they used to live originally. They lived right here. Yeah, this is where they originally lived. Right here. A little simple, quaint little area. I believe this was probably hers originally, or if it was not, it was then his, or but however you want to take it. Like this was when I met them. This is when they lived here and only here. They didn't have other properties except for maybe like things that were like in trend, like something small, like small. They didn't have the money that they have sorry, today. Nowhere near the money today. But you know, they've exploited me and they've done things behind the scenes in order to get to where they are. All right, so like I had to do the 104 moment. I had brush my teeth, but okay, is it gone? Is it gone? Oh. Perfection. All right. So this is where they lived originally. A simple house, very, very cute, very quaint. You know, you would think that, you know, somebody that was in the military and, you know, has a good job. He's a black guy with a white wife and, you know, has a whole bunch of churn, things of that nature. You know, I was thinking like, okay, all right. Guy's got a, you know, a nice little head on his shoulders. Why not like that? And then here we are. Anyway, he comes to my house with this little baby. And he's just like, oh yeah, like, you know, we adopted her. And I was like, oh, okay, that's cute. That's cool. This could be more than likely. David's and somebody else's kid that I grew up with since the third grade and decided to call me friend. It could possibly, the confirmation is, very suspect. But me, not knowing any better and taking things at face value, I'm over here literally drawing a picture of this little child. Because, as you've seen, like I draw before. So I drew a picture of this little girl. And he's like, Shalise, thank you for your thoughtfulness. The picture hangs above her crib in Christ, Marlon. And I was just like, my apologies for the late reply. I just read your message and wanted to say thank you for forwarding this to me. Happy early Mother's Day wishes to you. I hope you don't take it the wrong way, but you successfully took on both roles to raise 3 young boys into good men. Now I'm like, thanks. See. And so then he replies, And then he replies, Shalise, I can imagine that certain days can be tougher than others. I am sure that you have honored your mother's memory in many ways by being the woman that you have become in Christ, Marlon, and Jen. And I was like, thanks. This right here was done in May 10th, 2010. And he had sent me the photo again, like I said, in December of 2029. 29. So in the midst of that somewhere, like this dude slept with my then friend, my ex best friend, behind my back. And it's not something like, something that he thought of. This woman, prior to adulthood, has done like some very shysty shit. And I'm just like, okay, look, I've like shit behind my back. And it's making a lot more sense now than ever before. But it was just like, the subtle jabs that you would think would be just, like kind of the subtle jabs that they would do, but then be like, oh, I'm just joking. And you would think it would be kind of like on the mark of a TV show where, two people kind of like, banter back and forth with like witty remarks, but everything will still be cool. No, this person was very cutting, even more so supposedly behind my fucking back and telling people things that were untrue about me behind my fucking back. And it took me until adulthood to find out this shit, which is very, 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 very disappointing and very disgusting and embarrassing, because why did you not feel comfortable telling me this? Fast forward to today. Knowing that this woman has sabotaged a lot of my relationships, and knowing that David has put in people in my life to really try to fuck up my idea of romance and stuff, to try to like cock block me, is just really fucking gross. It's really fucking gross. Let's go to the foundation of this situation, where first off, let's go to the foundation of this. Okay, so you saw the photo, and that was Marlon's, David's adopted father. Here we go. That's him, and that is David and the children that he adopted. Now, I didn't know about this one until much later, but that's also one of his, supposedly. This is how I met David, is because that one right here decided to rent a property to be one of my roommates when I first moved in. And he was annoying and just, oh goodness, disgusting. And then David happened to visit him one day and decided to eventually, like after a couple times, he was just like, yo, hey, can I move in too? And I did have 3 rooms. So I was just like, yeah, okay, you can. I want you to remember the that one guy. Actually, I'm probably going to show him again. But all right, that's pics. Here is proof. All right, so in this right here, this is from January 22nd, 2017. And here's the attachment. And I sent it to his email address. And that's an old email address. So again, I didn't even know what was going on then. Yeah. So this right here says January 22nd, 2017. To whom it may concern, my name is Shalise Mapp, and I am a friend to David Webb. I've allowed him to stay with me for a while. My house is 15 Thompson Street, Trenton, New Jersey, 08609. Yeah, I'm telling you this. Why? Because you guys have really pissed me off, and you're pretending like you don't know exactly where it is that is happening to me. So I'm letting it out. If you guys want to come over here and you try to threaten me and try to like murder me or anything like that, then this is what the government has done. It's almost like, oh my God, like, is she doxing herself? You guys have seen my social security number. You guys have seen everything about me. So it's just like, yo, if anybody was saying that they were about it, then like, I don't doubt anybody to have the opportunity, or even the government themselves, to try to take me out. It's just like, I really had it up to here with this shit. I really did. I really had it up to here with this shit. So I'm just putting everything the fuck out because like, you guys have done the most, and I told you I had enough. I really did have the fuck enough. So here it is. And so yeah, so that is the house. And in case anyone needs to reach me for more information in regards to Shalise, and that is the letter. So that is the authentic letter. Y'all over here trying to threaten me, and it's just like, well, bitch, I'll give you the fucking address. Like, what? Like, seriously, I'm done with this shit. And you coming over here under New Jersey law, that is an opportunity for me to obviously exercise my right for self-defense. Like, I wanted to, take action, and it seems like, this would be definitely my opportunity to. And should you happen to finally do some directness, but I've only been seeing people do some punk ass shit, then, it's just what we see from there. I'm so very serious. I'm so fucking done with y'all bitches. Like, y'all are really on some punk ass shit. Like this right here.
A bar in a movie theater. So somebody's about to use the term karmic, warlock, and dark witch. Apparently out in a park, a movie theater, a workspace, and a bar. But it's about to trigger a true karmic. So, newbies just joining my channel. I have quite a few recently. Karmics are people that do not have good intentions for a person, people, place, or situation. Dark warlocks and dark witches. Warlocks are the masculine witches, and dark witches are female. Dark witches, not white witch energy. Not of the light. But these are karmic energies all day long. If you're classified as a fucking warlock or a dark witch, you are a karmic energy to person, people, place, or situation. And that's the damn truth. And you practice on the dark side. Have, where you do down, or a combination. But, so, true warlocks or true witches are about to get triggered because somebody else is about to use the term, and I feel that somebody else is going to be you guys. It's either going to be you guys, or you're about to see somebody else use the term karmic, warlock, or dark witch. And it's about to trigger a true karmic, dark warlock, or dark witch. Wow! And it's about to happen in a movie theater, a park, a workspace, or what was the other one? A bar.
Bitch, you can come do it at my fucking house and you can get slept. You know what? Okay. It'll be a surprise for you, sweetheart. It'll be a surprise for all of us, okay? If you're really fucking about it. Y'all some very passive aggressive kind of bitches, knowing good and well that this shit that's going on with me is very undeserving. But this punk shit though, it's just like, come on now. Seriously, come on. Woo! I'm like a really like a dried up prune, like but y'all was cackling in y'all little group chats, huh? Oh, you're gonna show her. Send me phone or paperwork. We're just gonna really be like, please do. This is a spare phone right here with all my other old shit of proof and evidence. I don't mind. I still have some space in here. I can definitely record you guys saying some shit. And with that, oh fuck yeah. Some punk ass bitches. Okay. So here we go. And it's titled Social Services Letter. So yeah, social services letter. Yeah. You didn't have money back in the day. And you didn't even have a place to stay really. Except like, with your father. But then it was like, it was too crowded. You couldn't live with your father then because that little modest home was where they could that was like his only place. That and technically like this other house, but like other inhabitants were there. You feel me? And it was like it was his grandfather's house, but other inhabitants were there. And it smelled really like dog and stuff like that. It was horrible. It was really horrible. I remember he tried to stay there for a period of time, and he was like up in the attic. I was just like, oh god, I was looking homely. Like, you own like a few little homes here and there though, but it was just like other than that, like it was very, very freaking homely and disgusting. Like this was the only proper house besides the house that his mama had, that Marlon's mom had. All the other houses were just kind of like, not really proper. Like they were just like a front. One of them had already went to like his son. Another one had went to his cousin. Like, they try to keep it like all obviously like a community thing within the family though, but they didn't have like, houses. They were mostly like in Trenton or like what it was called like White City, of like in Hamilton, that kind of area, that kind of ish. But his was like the only proper house. And I think this house really belonged to her. And it was in 2000, pardon me. Yeah. Sold on October 3rd, 2008. I shit you not. They lived in this for a good ass while. Owners. This is where they were staying at. Deed date 2008. That's when they started getting more money. That was when definitely by the time this had happened, I was already being surveilled, and they were still making that good old honcho money. Look at this. Web Marlin right here. You can just see that where it says owners, and it sold in 2008, October 3rd, 2008. I do believe that was the time some other person had moved. Oh, a corn stump. Hold on. Yeah. Let me see something. Oh wait, wrong one. It's this one. Okay, we're gonna do a little segue though, but this right here. Oh my god, I just realized this, the color of this fucking green the color of this fucking green wall and the furniture. Bitch, she is a copycat. Okay, anyway. So pardon me. But I want to show you, I don't want to show you like my my tweet. Well, actually I don't care if you fucking this was like something from, this is a screenshot from 2014, but I had this right here and March 25th, 2012, because I remember I was gonna put this on my, here we go. Come on. Okay. This photo is from, yeah, this photo's this photo is a screenshot, obviously, from 2014, but it was because of somebody like had made a reply, and I was gonna just share it on social media for like for just like, you know, for like my archives. But I was really, it was a proud moment. But anyway, this is, but look at the, like this room. Oh shit. Can we just please, can we brighten this up? Guys, 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 guys. Oh, it's already bright. All right, but this is the brightest I can probably get. Okay, there we go. You see how simple that is? This is supposed to be, this is the 1.5 bedroom that of the ex best friend's house. Excuse me, apartment is. And yeah, that was in 2012. And then they had moved to a, now this one was actually clean, which was nice. The other one though, when they moved down south, that one was roach infested once more. So she went from like, you know, a regular place. What did I come in here for? Sides. Awesome. What did I come here for? I said I came here for something. Okay, so you guys had already admit that he was in prison and that I wrote to him. Oh, and look, the stairway. Like again, that's my stairs. Obviously, that's my carpet. Yeah, baby. Oops. Let's try that. Since you're so fucking about it, oh, we gonna just do this. Well, just, you know, fucking show up at the house. It's like clearly, since, you know, I'm just so fucking about it. I was so fucking about it. That's some dumb shit. Okay, hold on. Let's quickly. Oh, so I wanted to. So the timeline is. Damn. Where is? I need to find. Okay. Battery use. Okay. How many much more battery? I have 5% left. Okay. What else am I doing in here? Created for blog. Screenshots from her blog. People, business, cheese, bam, 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 bam. I get high. Oh, okay, we use this. Okay, this is 2015. Yeah, but I'm over here still living in the same house, so it's very weird for somebody to be like, "Oh, no, she was homeless." How? How? Yo, God, coming all kinds of ways. So, all right, so 2009 is when he had sent me that photo, and 2000, and also show you the thing for social services, the social service letter, so that way he can get benefits. They were able to sell their house in 2008, and by that time, over 10 years, I've been excuse me, voyeured and exploited. Let's see what else. What else? What else? By going over this with you guys, I'm also just, again, unloading things myself. So, all right, so here we go. This resume. Okay, this one right here. Hold on, let me just okay. This one right here is the resume that I did for him, because I do, back in the day I used to do resumes and just like kind of like for free, not like as a hobby or anything like that, but just like for free for people, for like family and close people. So I did a resume, and this was in 2012, so Saturday, February 4th, 2012. And David Webb. And look, it says Dover Road, which is what I showed you what that house is, basically. I used his initial like where he resided. Because like that's like where I live, obviously, is like it's not very like let's see, how do I say? Basically, it's the hood. Like, you want to have good prospects. Like, you want to have like, back in the day, especially, like, you want to have good prospects. So you wanted to use like the nicer neighborhood. So he used the one that where he grew up from instead of Thompson. So I was just like, yeah, like no doubt, like I understand that completely. But for evidence, that is, like I said, that is the street. I mean, that is the street. That is the home. So it wasn't just a random. It wasn't just a random home. Like it was that place. Again, Like I was telling you guys, like I told you, I keep telling you so. Like, I told you so, told you so. With just a bunch of stuff, and you guys are so annoying. I'll get to the point. I'll get to the point. You know, in the interest of exploring employment opportunities and this, that, here, and the third, David M. Webb. And then again, David M. Webb again. So it says here that New Jersey Youth Challenge Academy, Fort Dix, New Jersey, March 2008 to August 2008. Hamilton High West, Hamilton, New Jersey, September 2004 to June 2007. Mercer County College, March 2009 to May 2009. Now, during this time when he was doing Mercer County College, I let him use my car in order to go to school, and I was working full time. Yes, I was that woman. I was that kind of woman. And in the midst of that, yeah, that nigga did cheat. So, and with people who I grew up with, no less. Yeah, I mean, I'm not here to do a woe is me, or even to like, hey, yeah, I kind of played myself in my situation because he seemed like so upstanding, as you can see on social media. But this is me acknowledging exactly where it is with the whole. Obviously, you can tell when people put on a good fucking front, and this guy, especially with his family, and you know the whole religious kind of front things like that. You know, you would assume that this person came from like a good place, and that their mental was good too. I digress. I digress. I digress. So yeah, he also did what is it, the National Guard. All right. So anyway, Taekwondo, New Jersey State Police Youth Academy, Valley Forge Military Camp, Gloucester County Youth Police Academy. Oh shit, can't even see that. Oh, and look at here, Burlington Coat Factory. Yes. Remember when I said this before? I said that, yeah, I worked at Burlington Coat Factory a long time ago. In one of my former videos. From January 2008 to March 2009. And they had sold the house October 3rd, 2008. His step parents. I'm sorry, his adopted parents. You know, they were getting that money now. And shortly after, you know, David stopped. So, you know, but did that money ever come to me? No, I was still paying the bills. I was still doing this, thing, or the third. This is my property. This is my house. So, I mean, this belongs to my mother though, but this was going up for foreclosure because at the age of when I was a teenager, my uncle who had lived in here wasn't paying the bills and the house went up for foreclosure. And instead of saving it, he decided to let it go, try to get sold. But I had overheard him saying it while he was saying it to my uncle. And so the next day, what I did was that I had like $10,000-$15,000 on me. Well, not on me, but in my bank account. And I used that money to fix this place up and to save the house from foreclosure. So I paid like all the remaining debts and stuff like that. He had left. There were some bills that I actually didn't know that I didn't need to pay, but I had paid them because I was still so young. So like he had left things, a lot of things, almost nearly, well, no, he left nearly everything in my mother's name. I shit you not, live like 99% of everything in my mother's name, and went up. So from PSE&G bill, you know, mortgage and all the other kind of stuff. Like that's what my uncle did. And at the time, I was living, you know, still over at my grandma's house. And when she had passed away, like, you know, I felt like, you know, it was a breaking moment, but I didn't know what to do. I was actually contemplating. I was living there for a while. And then my uncle, who, you know, is, you know, a cautionary tale towards drugs, which is why I have a disdain for drugs, for specifically hard drugs and stuff like that. Like weed, okay. Before, you know, you had to really convince me about weed, but I'm lenient on weed. Everything else, hard pass, hard pass. And so that uncle was trying to come into the house where I was living at, and an opportunity came up surprisingly, where my other uncle was saying like, oh yeah, like the house is going to be gone, and the other uncle was just like, oh, well, then what about Shalice? Like, or like, were you going to tell her? Because my other brothers were at the time. One was maybe 5, and the other one was, let's see, if I was like 20, then the other one was probably like 13 or something like that, like 13. So it was up to me. It was up to me to save the house, or else we were all going to lose it. And so I decided to take it. And I'll show you some. And one day I'll show you the before pictures, but they were like really. This place was a piece of shit. It was like, it was horrible, really, really freaking horrible. So anyway, going back to what David is, obviously a liar, but Burlington Coat Factory. So yeah, this is he didn't have money. They didn't come from money. They didn't come from money. Like they had like basic money that, I guess people would do when, we're like owning home, like not owning homes, like owning homes, but like, they had a few properties, within the family, but it wasn't wealth. You feel me? It wasn't wealth. And here he is working. So like Web and Sun construction and demolition, but that was like, scrapping. Like I shit you not, it was some old rickety pickup truck that they had. And I remember like, kind of riding with them with my hot cocoa. The car was a mess. That was horrible. But I actually enjoyed it because I was like, well, I get to be helpful. And I was picking out the if I saw like any kind of scrap and stuff like that. So like him, Webb and Son was basically his grandfather. And yeah, so that was one of those moments. My point is, at what point were you saying that you actually dated this guy first, supposedly? Supposedly, okay, because we'll also go into the white pages. Put up. I'm trying to pull up I'm trying to pull up two names on one website at the same time. I think it's just easier for me to just kind of. Okay. No. Okay, so again, as you can see, my address is in here, but Danielle's address is not, and this is for David. As you can see, my address is in here. Yeah, I don't give a fuck. Like I told you, you guys have literally done everything you can to try to hurt, harass, and murder me. So why do I care if you guys are trying to over here acting not your age when it comes to serious matters at hand? And in here, my address is hold on. This is hers. But as you can see, none of these addresses underneath here are in his contact. So I know him first. I was with him first, and this is not even to say like, oh, like I want him back or anything like that, because I'm gonna get to that part. Okay, I'm gonna get to that part. But I just want to show you exactly I want to show you the foundation on where these people had started these fucking lies, and they should have covered that before they decided to do this. Okay, so I met this person first. This person was living with me first. This person was not living with them. They were using the other address, and apparently, so if this person, obviously this person had, all right, so 2009 is when I had I was gonna say connections with his dad, but it's like, like connections with his dad, not like that's gross. I knew his dad, and as you can see by the resume, once fucking more, with feeling, um, he graduated in 2007, June of 2007. So December of 2009, but hold on, wait. Actually, 2007 is when he graduated. But hold on, when did he go to Burlington Factory? Because that was supposed to be like one of those moments that was supposed to be like a congratulatory moment. I say that because like he didn't get that job until after he had moved in. So January 2008 to March 2009. Okay, you follow me here with the timelines? So boom, 18 June 2007. It's like, hold on. Wait, hold on. Doing the calculator right now. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Okay, all right, hold on. Oh my god. Okay, all right. So honestly, all right. So let's just keep it a buck. We're alive right now. We're giving it a buck. He's 17. In June 2007, he's 17. Okay, I just want to say that's no. All right, so 2007, he's 17, and in 2008 is what I met him, but still, it's still, it's still messed up because I'm just like, yo, this is crazy. His brother is several years older than him, and I thought that he was his brother's age. In fact, he did lie. So, but this is crazy because the person who grew up with me is older than me and was just like stating for some reason like, oh, she was with him first. Like, it is so fucking disgusting that you have to try to save face like, oh, or like I'm trying to be a homewrecker or something like that. No, I've mentioned before when I've actually, unbeknownst to me, and this has happened to many women, unbeknownst to me, dated a guy, and that guy happened to be married, and that was to my fault, to my error. But I did maintain a relationship with him for way too longer than it needs to be, thinking that, okay, well, as a housed 19-year-old girl, I'm not thinking of like, oh, okay, well, I'm just gonna listen to him. Again, I was taking, this is not my first time taking a lot of things face value. Okay. It's I'm somebody who's like very sheltered, and then on top of that, my maternal sources passed away as I got older. So it was just like, okay, well then fuck. My only resource is a philandering womanizer. So guess what, man? No, so I mean, I definitely didn't want to become my father, but it was just like, okay, well, this is weird because I don't have a maternal thing. So everything I do and how I move now is just from, I just kind of move from like instinct, basically on just who it is that I want to try to like uphold as a person. And for that reason, it's still been tainted to shit because somehow people think that I have a child, like an actual child. For a while, for a very long time, people were saying that my abusers were gonna call CPS, and I'm like, okay, well, what does that have to do with me? Like, what does that have to do with me? I got an abortion, so what the fuck does that have to do with me? I remember there because I remember having my legs up, I remember the pain, and I remember screaming. Okay, so what does that have to do with me when you're saying call it CPS? Because I only have cats. I only have cats. That was a long. I was in my 20s when that shit happened, like early 20s, like early mid 20s with his, and I was just like, no. I would say it was like mid 20s because I knew then I was just like, you're not responsible enough for me to want to have this child with you. You're not responsible enough. So I was just like, no, I don't want this. I don't want this. I don't want this. I don't want to be trapped. If somebody who really doesn't like their mother because of like the way how they treated them, you don't want to end up like her. So that was just my kind of gist. And I was like, no, I don't want to be trapped because I felt like men trap you with children. I was right. So no. But for purposes of just we're doing timelines and we're doing numbers. Okay, I just want to kind of keep this with you guys. Sorry. I'm just like, I didn't mean to be so like, into it, but it was just like this is kind of weird now. Just like, this is kind of a weird moment. That was a more like kind of like, oof. Sorry. I was having moments of like, was it indigestion? That's a good word for it. The popcorn. Popcorn was coming up against me. Popcorn was kind of attacking me. Ugh. Oof. See, look, I got chills. Does anybody see that? Like, I've got chills. See the bumps. Okay. Oof. Okay. All right. So June 2007. So sorry. I really have chills. So June 2007 is when he graduated, and he was only 17. And 2008 is when I met him. So yeah, but he did that January 2008. So yeah, up until March 2009. So he did that in 2008, and yeah. So we didn't get together until he was until he was like 18, and it was just like bordering onto like 19. So, but I was young, he was young, and yeah, I'm just wondering exactly like so it didn't make any sense. So like exactly like how old were you then thinking that you were actually going out with this guy? Like, supposedly? Because I mean, if he is that age, then it was just like, okay, well then what? Like, like let me know something. Let me know something. That's why it's kind of a weird feeling up in there because I'm just like, wait, well, hold on. it wouldn't be surprising to hear of any pedophilia kind of stories from her part, considering the video that were shared about, her brother and the selling drugs near a school and selling drug and also harming and harassing or sexually abusing a child on her brother's record. I'm just gonna say I wouldn't be surprised, but yeah. So this is just validation that I knew him, that we dated first. This is just all supportive evidence and it's all supportive material. Avi, when he did that, let's just look up some more material. And I just wanted to put that out there because it's just really fucking messed up on how you slept with someone, an ex-best friend who seems to be very jealous. And if you try to switch it or spin it in a certain type of way, it just, it looks even worse on you to try to just double down in deniability because, you've been exposed. You really have been exposed for the duplicitous kind of person that you are. Even to this day, you copycat on all the things that I have and that all the things that I am and well a lot of things that I am and a lot of things that what defines me or what I look like, and that's so disgusting. It's so freaking disgusting. If you were enough for this person, you wouldn't have to do any of that stuff about me. You wouldn't have to do any of that stuff about me. When I was with him and while you guys were sleeping behind my back, he could have left you at any fucking he could have left me at any fucking moment, but he chose not to. He chose not to. And I'm not using it as a point to brag. I'm just saying that, like, if you are trying to brag on anything, it was just like you had him as a default, which is why I had showed you about the whole social service letter, which is why I had read to you that letter the other day, where it was just like I was at a point where I was done. I was really done. And I'll show you why. This right here was where we were on a double date, and here I am with this girl. Look at me looking all beautiful. Look at this. Look at this vibrate. Look at this. Gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Actually, hold on. That's better. Okay, so here I am. Here we are on a double, not me and her are on a double date, but like I'm on a double date. Like she was there. Okay, well, hold on. This is also hold on. Do you see this shirt right here? This is like a shirt that my sister had copied like shortly after I had to come to a museum because I was really into that stuff. In fact, I'm overdue to go to the museum. I loved going to the museum and to art museums mostly. I studied art history when I was in school, high school and college. I really enjoyed knowing about different things. Hold on. Okay, and that is his brother. That was the one I told you to like look out for. That's his brother. I'm doing like a little face. This is this was in 2000. This was in 2012. But like I digress. It was just like, one of those. And this one right here was, hold on, I can actually find it out for you. Oh my gosh, where is the phone? Like, yo, this you can't like fake. I mean, honestly, this has been years ago before I even knew what the fuck was going on. I was still like bubbly, vivacious and things of that nature. So I was totally oblivious to all this shit that was going on. Plus, this is straight from Google. So this is email. This is email. This is chained. This is email situations. So this is nothing that's fabricated or anything like that. Like, this is straight from the source. Just trying to find other information on the material. It's gonna be a lot, but I just wanted to first get to the kit and caboodle. Here's a photo of me. This is on a trip that we went to that I fucking paid for, and to the Poconos. Okay, so this right here, okay, is a trip that I had paid for to the Poconos, but it was just like, this is why he was living with me. This is why he was living with me, and these two apart are just like, obviously, wow, he looks so incredibly like more fat in the face. But this is like years apart. So this one was 2012, and this one was around like 2000. This one was around like 2008, I believe, or maybe 2009. Honestly, I can't recall. I have to look at my phone. Wait. Ooh, what do you call this one? God damn it. No, this one's no. No, I think it was just saved on that day. Okay, so hold on. All right, now exit out of this. Exit. Okay. So here is the text message that he the text. These are screenshots, copied to clipboard. Sources. And February 18th. It's like, hold on. You have two options. Give me all her info or I'm sending the court papers to Ed's house. It's like, pussy the fuck are, and I have nothing to do with that. Okay, listen, just look at the bad grammar. Okay? Look at the awful bad grammar. This is from between him and her. Because basically we were on a double date with his brother and his fiance, and he slept with his own brother's fiance. So it's just like, damn, like, I think this is definitely karma, considering, what his significant other did, to him, and considering, like, behind his back, that definitely seems like karma come quickly. Okay, I mean, well, not quickly, not quick enough, but it came. So yeah, it's just like, what the fuck are you talking about? I just asked for the bitch's info. Don't think that was a threat to you. And by saying you know where I live, are you threatening me further? You're lucky to be alive after bringing that nigger, hard R-E-R, nigger here and allowing her to touch me. So basically, we had that double date. And I thought everything was cool and fine between us. And she was being all sweet and stuff like that. And I was being very polite and nice. Well, yeah, nice. It was genuine. And come to find out, in the midst of this, we're dating. Like, we're at this point, we're not official, but we're dating. And I just thought that this was like really fucked up. I thought, like, I was mad at him and I was mad at her. So this chick really had the audacity to just like smile up in my face, and I was just like, okay, look, this is really gross. The only time I would ever put my hands on somebody is if they sacrifice my life. I'm like, they risk my life, or play with my money. And so, as I'm saying this aloud, the people who have literally crossed me and I've cut off. This is why you literally have been very cocky only when you know that you are in a place where it's surrounded by cops or something like that, or from like online. because this is also definitely supremely unprovoked and unjust of like what I've been going through. So anyway, I put my hands on this woman. And I told David that when I'm finished with her, I'm gonna go for him next. And he was just like, call the cops. And I was just like, wow, this is insane. I had mentioned this before in another video, but it was just like call the cops on me, because I was just like, yeah, I was livid. Firstly, like, yo, if there was ever a moment, like I said, like, I don't care if you at any point you feel like, you want to go with somebody, I'm just like, yo, go ahead, leave me the fuck out of it. But women have a really fucked up mentality where they want to try to make me suffer or pay because of some other man's interest. And I'm just like, no, I am not the one. I really am not the one. Yes, I do seem very nice and beautiful and kind, but it's like, everybody has a fucking point, or at least they should. So yeah, and so here's the conversation between this, where he's just like, and by saying, where I live, are you threatening me further? You're lucky to be alive after bringing that nigger here and allowing her to touch me. So yeah, so once I found out that she was because I had to find out because I had looked at his phone and I was just like, okay, well, what is this? I didn't say anything about it because like I had looked at it when he wasn't looking, so I had looked at it like when he was around. Like I had the phone in his hand. Sorry, I had phone in his hand. I had his phone in my hand, and I was like looking up other stuff, and then I just happened to look there, and then that's when I saw that. I was like, let's go for a ride, like one of those moments. And he's just like, okay, and we ended up I was like, what'd be great? Like, let's go over and see like la la la. And he was just like, sure, okay, sure. I was just like, yeah. Basically, we ended up there, and it was just her there with her with her dog, and he was there, and I was just like, like, let me see something, because I wasn't completely sure. I was like, yeah, let me see something. And I saw her. I was like, oh, that's a nice phone. Like, let me see that phone. Again, you should look at the other video because I explained it in like good length. Not the last video, but I explained it in one of my videos. So now you have to try to find it. But it's just like, oh, okay, like, yeah. Yeah, but I threw hands. Definitely threw hands. Like, I only had to do like that kind of thing, like maybe a few times, obviously. But it was just like, I don't appreciate anybody trying to like risk my life or try to play with me like that. Like, all you had to do was just like leave me out of it, son. All you had to do. And if people were like, oh, well, what did she do? Well, she burnt. Well, I was told that she had burnt him. Okay, so obviously, if we were doing something together, then that was gonna like fuck with me too. And I was just like, oh hell no, oh hell no, oh hell no. Thankfully, when you are burnt, you are getting it's treatable, so it's curable. So like you no longer have it. But it was just like, nonetheless, you don't try to fuck with me. You don't like basically you don't try to risk my fucking life. And unfortunately, a lot of people have tried and gone about that route and thought this shit was funny. And it's just like, okay, well, now we see where we are. Now we see where we fucking are. Don't ever think that you can have an opportunity where you think you can just try to cry to me, because that's not gonna happen. That whole sympathy thing is gonna happen. Speaking of which, I kind of get to that point later. And by saying where I live, are you threatening me further? You're lucky to be alive after bringing that nigger here and allowing her to touch me. He replies, how your eye ho? How your eye ho? You got your ass whooped. So yeah, because I told you. You have no power. I should be lucky. If you were ready, you would have done something already. You trailer park trash hoe before me and my niggas take another ride, and I'm not breaking this one up. Tell your fat ass need I see you, bitch. Don't fuck with me. That what I do beat people up like you, and that I treat you ugly kangaroo. And like see you in court, David. Please, I don't even live in Jersey anymore. So let me see this one dummy. Yeah, because obviously once I went to that point, I was just like, oh, this is done. This is done. And then surely enough, he decided to like kind of slide over and under his ex-girlfriend. So yeah, that's another thing. He was dating this woman prior to dating me. So I'm just like, when do you come up to the when do you come into the scene, uh old amiga, when it comes to like, us, me supposedly like, dating him after you or something like that. No, I had dated him first and you guys were doing a little trick shit in the background. So what? This is crazy. This is crazy. And you know what's really sad? This girl, he convinced this girl to have a threesome with her and her brother. I mean, her and his brother. That's disgusting. That's really fucked up. I think that's really fucked up. I'm getting beside myself. Plus, it's already getting super late. It's already 2:38. So I mean, sorry, not 2:30. Oh, it's almost 2:38. But it's been 2 hours and 39 minutes, and I have so much to really talk about. But in the midst of this, hold on. Let me at least go to the part where he talks about how he got burnt and he had just like, hold on. Oh, basically, he moved down to Florida to go try to see his ex girlfriend, the one that he had dated like initially prior to us getting together. Pardon me. And she used him as a rebound. She was just like, "Nah, I'm good." 'Cause she called. Oh my gosh, yeah, this is ridiculous. Like, of all people, you could have like, did that to her, but no, you want to try to take it out on me. Hold on, let's see. Okay, hold on. It's like, hey, I, I'm, I don't, I don't want to show the information about like her going into detail about like what happened to her, with that experience. So that's really fucked up. But that's just showing the kind of man that he is, or who he what his morals are. What can I say? He loves, Yo, she played him so bad. So like right here, she's just like, yo, send me a relationship request. And he's like, look, I'm single and stuff like that. She's like, yeah, but send me a relationship request. And he's like, how? Don't know how to do that. She's just like, fuck it, no, I wanted to stay. I'm with you. I'm trying to send it to you. He's like, I don't care. When I get home, I'm gonna jump on the computer and do it. Okay. I'm sorry. Point proven. She's like, my ex just asked me back, so I advise you top wife me up if you really love me. First, she was talking about don't wife her, and then she's just like, then wife her. The mind fuckery, I'm telling you, is just it's so funny. And he's just like, baby, will you marry me? You got a ring. I'm gonna get one once and stuff like that. Hold on. A lot sooner. I'm busy. Good night. I left your voicemail. I'm going through some shit. He bought her a phone, like a little cheapy phone, but he bought her a phone, and she's just been playing him like ever since. Now, this was in 2003. I'm sorry, 2013. He's like, hey, I might be driving down. He's like, I'm going through some things. Can I be there for you? You want to talk? It's a lot of I'm sorry, hold on. It's just, a lot of like just him talking to himself. And she's just like, can you give me dinner space? Damn. I guess she's like, I think she means like DM space. Can you give me DM space? But she put, can you give me dinner space? Since you got the phone, I gave you space. You hang up on me. That disrespected my book, but I gave you space because you said you were to get drunk. I call how many times last night in text, but fuck me, okay? Like I said, I don't know what's going on, but I should. I think we're dating, but I can't talk to my girl. Be too busy. You're getting drunk. My calls. You sound so female right now. Like, oh, it's like I'm telling you, it's like karma and that. Yo, bro. Oh wait, let me go back to this. It's like, hey, we need to talk. So she talks. Wait, hold on. So she messes them back like 2 days later, and it's like, hey, we need to talk. I don't know if it's a good idea you coming down at all. I feel like you're way too possessive and clingy and pushy, but that's not really the problem. I've been talking to my ex. I don't know if it's gonna work out, but it was wrong of me to use you as a rebound. That's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say. Hey, just need 5 minutes of your. He's like, hey, just need 5 minutes of your time. And she's like, what do you want? Like, yo. Like several days later. So that was on the 20th of February. And then like on March, like he had to reach out to her. But I'm just saying though, this is like, yo, I'm telling you, that seems like some serious ass fucking karma. But after that whole initial situation, relationships, no. Relationships, no. The communication between us have always been like more of a cordial kind of situation. Definitely more of a cordial situation. I will not lie to you guys. Like we did have like a smash point years after that. And it was like in 2017, but it was the moment of like, I was between I don't want to say between jobs, but like I was between relationships because I was just coming out of one with this guy that from New York City when I was living in New York City, and always protecting, I learned my lesson from this dude. So yes, safe sex, just always make sure, and that's why I always do STD tests afterwards. So speaking of which, the bullshit allegations of having AIDS or HIV was just totally capped because I included that information saying that I am negative and provided that information to the prosecutor at Trenton Courts. So that dismisses that one. So clearly, basically, I have not been having sex. I've been celibate. And then on top of that, I had other relationships prior. I had other relationships prior to my celibacy, but it was after David, way after David. And even every single time I would give STD test results to that person. So that way I let them know, like, hey, look, just again, like, we're exiting this out and, I'm good. Also, go fuck yourself. That's literally how it goes. It's literally how it goes because sometimes I don't understand why. Oh my god! But I want you to get to the point. I want to get to the point of like the. Okay, and poor Steve, I think he passed away, so I'm just gonna share this anyway. But he passed away. Keep running your mouth to my girl, bro, which is his fiance. At the time, bro, grow the fuck up. Oh, besides, also she, what is her name? Sorry, hold on, let me go back to it. This is say, Tanya Lynn, TANIALYNN. Yeah, she was the one who said nigger. So yeah. Hey girl. Yeah, keep running your mouth to my girl, bro. Grow the fuck up. I have people in Florida. He's like, how does people in Florida help you? If she was your girl, she won't be fucking me while you're sleeping. She started it, but I'm finishing it. How did she start it? Tell me. Can you prove that she was fucking you? Tell me. Well, this is obviously, I have to mention that this is all bad grammar and words are kind of like out because they were like not really saying it. So it's just like, tell me my girl started it, bro, and give the proof that you were, it's supposed to be we're fucking her. They fuck her. Man, I thought you was bigger than all this. Bro, you fuck niggers. She would never fuck you unless. And see, this is another reason why it's definitely, it's really messed up because, it was a black man who fucking, I said niggers too, the hard R. It's a black man who adopted this bitch ass nigga, this little punk. And you smiling in my face. See, this is why I know that shit is just racist, and it's been carried on by more races. So this is a whole racist fucking agenda to wanting to fucking try to harass me, and all this little malicious kind of bullshit and stuff like that.
To be a freaking fly on the wall, man. I'm just saying.
I'm not a racist. I have black friends and I have black neighbors and Okay. I'm pretty sure the white oppressors back in the day fucked their slaves, obviously, to, procreate and have more children, more people on the land to cover, to do more labor. You're still racist. that was still a racist person. You feel me? Like, stop it. You would free one slave in order to oppress and harm others, but you're still racist. Hitler himself showed pictures of him with this little Jewish girl, and she literally calls him Uncle Hitler. But niggas was still prejudiced as fuck to other Jews. She was a little Jewish girl. I shit you not. You look it up. And my reasons. I have black friends, and I have black coworkers, and I love black people. I listen to Jay-Z. Oh my god! But you're treating a black woman in the way that's just like uncivil, and again, no civil, like inhumanely. You're treating a black woman inhumanely, and you guys be making like little fucking jokes with other black people, but it's supposed to be okay because with other black people, it's okay. There were other black people who weren't slaves, and yet you guys were still having slaves. And again, it's just, I would definitely want to go into depths about how fucking corrupt and malicious and warped the minds are of people who are abusing their rights and privileges, thinking so hard that they're so good. Well, give me some proof then. Tell her to go get an STD check. She going to have, you find out. LOL, you burnt her? You want proof? If I say it like how they wrote it, you'd be like, what? Actually, I want to. Well, give me some proof then. Tell her to go get an STD check. She going to have, you find out. LOL, you burnt her? You want prof? Ask about it. Is them tell her I got STD, then the truth come out of oh my god. But you guys want to over here pretend like you're smarter than me. I'm telling you, I'm slap jaw. Just oh my god. And in the future, when I actually do start dating again, I will be having, as always, I will be having, those STD tests, and I will be providing them before and after, because I want to make sure it's best for the both of us. As I've done, you can ask my previous ones, yes, that's what I've done. That's what I provided. So I don't want to go through this again. So to have somebody try to insult me and say that, I've gone up and down, this, that, here, and the third, and trying to be like a whore and this. It's really wild and cap how people want to say that, they were living the soft life, being catered to by a man and having, him pay the bills and stuff like that, or giving him money. And the only time when you guys were actually recording me getting money was from an ex-boyfriend, or as somebody who I was then talking to. So there were no other moments where you would catch me or see me unless it was literally something fabricated. again, by that kind of guy. Not that kind of guy, actually, that guy. And people like him. So yeah, all these allegations. I'm still celibate. I'm still fucking celibate. And it's because I really don't trust. I don't trust anybody. I really don't. Having learned that people have been hired to kind of like come into my life and things of that nature, it really has been a turn off doy. So, like that's been an unfortunate moment for me. But you know, it's literally what I'm enduring. What else shall we talk about? What else shall we fucking talk about? And I think that the whole reason why somebody was saying like HIV/AIDS is because like they were projecting because they have it. Like, how are you trying to like definitely cock block me? And you're over here trying to like sling your dick in every woman, every fucking hole. It's just ridiculous. And then also finding out that people are already knowing that you give sex to men. There's nothing wrong, but you're the one that's very like anti-gay, and then at the same time, well, not I wouldn't say that you're anti-gay. It's just that you're not very open about stuff, and the woman too. Again, how are you? I don't know how you're over here trying to like explain these stories, or how you're trying to sway other people. First off, I don't believe anybody has any good intentions, considering that they seem very okay with being extremely malicious to me and trying to watch me and trying to parent me, a grown ass motherfucking woman. I think we should definitely continue this a little bit later, but man, those situations. Oh, yeah, no. That's insanity. True. Insanity. I got to say,
Attention. Just to say somebody did something to them sexually to make it seem like ain't nothing wrong with them, knowing damn well something wrong with them. Your pussy stink, it's trash, it looks like Harpies clitoris. Yeah, y'all be doing this shit. I see what y'all be doing here. It looks like you killed someone's ego. Somebody thought they was I don't know what they thought. Somebody told them something that was a lie. And listen, I remember I had to tell somebody. Yo, I had to tell him, your dick is small, sir. He was arrogant as hell, and I just couldn't for the life of me understand how you don't know that your penis is small, sir. Why are you acting like this? He was so mad when I told him the truth about himself, because I'm pretty sure other girls probably told him otherwise because he had money. I had to tell him about himself. Your dick is small, sir. I don't want you touching me. I would never fuck a small. What are they thinking when I say? I would never. They got caught slipping. That's why they're mad. They got caught slipping. I'm telling you, you always gonna get caught slipping with a Virgo. You are. So it sounds like the motherfucker tried to play games. It was arrogant as fuck. It's like an energy where they were trying to get you to chase them. Basically, they wanted to play fucking games with you. Basically, I'm telling you right now, Leo energy and Virgo energy are two different things. Virgo is going to perfect the stupidity that went on in the 5th house. Virgo is mature in comparison to that Leo energy. That's why somebody is mad.
You called them out on their immaturity, and that's why they're mad. Period. Dot card. And dismissed them. Virgo energy. Style. Yep, I just saw the Six of Swords. Dismissed. Dismissed. Knight of Wands. The sex was weak. You told them they got caught. Page of Wands energy. I wonder what they're doing. Two of Cups. So I guess they were trying to play games. Yeah, magician. I guess they were trying to use their little magician, their little, obviously, little wand here. I don't know, man. Trying to get an ego stroke at your expense here, and it looks like you had to tell them what's real. It looks like you had to tell her what's good. You had to tell somebody your knees stinks. You had to tell somebody, you had to tell somebody their walls was loose. You had to tell somebody they not that cute. You need to humble yourself and sit the fuck down. It sounds like that's really why they're mad here. It looks like somebody's mad they really did get caught trying to sell their royal oats to other fucking people. You had to let them know, like, you're doing way too much for a small ass dick or a weak ass stroke or a quick ass pump. You're doing too much. It's also giving me an energy here too, where somebody's mad you don't even want to deal with them because of the games that they play, because all they know how to do their own magician trick. They try to manipulate people with sex, and that's why they're mad that you don't want to deal with them. This is like an energy of people who be bragging about how good their sex is, and that shit is a turn off to me. Why? Because all I can hear is that the fact that you've just been passed around. All I can hear is that all you do in your extra time is have sex and fucking suck. That shit is a turn off. It's a turn off. It looks like somebody is mad at what they thought. It's like somebody thought that they was the man, or they thought that they was that bitch until they fell into Virgo's energy. Everything that they thought was good, you looking at it like, yeah, that's bad. Everything that they thought was popping, you're looking at it like, yeah, that shit gotta stop. You know what I'm saying? And that's why they're mad. That's exactly why they're mad. Exactly. Judgment. Judgment. Yep, Seven of Swords. They got caught with the Seven of Swords energy. So somebody literally was trying to play games. This is like they was doing their thing. They was doing their thing. I mean, like, do what you want to do when it comes to sex, but it's just like I don't know. I would, if I was able to be celibate during high school for all those years, high school, middle school, and with the exception of my sexual assault, if I was able to be, just, I was gonna say a potato, but just like, non-sexually active, sexually non-active for my youth, I don't see why it was so hard for me to do it again just recently. I mean, like, for like in my adulthood, for these past several years. Like, for me, it was nothing. Don't get me wrong, I have my, my urges, but like, and I see some very fine, cute guys, but it's just like, yeah. Yeah, I don't mind being transparent about this shit. It's just that, the conditions that they are in is my civil rights and my human rights have been violated and abused by government, abuse of power and entities. And literally a shit ton of Black people decided to exploit this shit and use it. And then when white people swooped in, saw you guys using this vehicle to bully me and control and be exploitative, and decided to gear that into racist lane. Man, there's so much more to share. So much more to share. I think I'll do the part where about, where Danielle grew up from and her living arrangements and her habits, because I have videos about that too. And we can all like align this in with the timeline. But yeah, so basically this person decided to sabotage me behind my back, copied a lot of my stuff, reformatted it into their own platform, collaborated, sold me out coonery, and also slept with my ex-fiance. So, and then now they have like a shit ton of kids and things like that. And it's just like, okay, whatever, you guys do your thing, just, you guys shouldn't have ever put my name in your mouth. You guys should have never tried to, like, I wouldn't say bully me, but y'all should have never tried to like harass me and damn, definitely not threaten me and all the other kind of shit that you done from behind the scenes. And the fact that you got these little These little insecure, ugly ass bitches in a group chat. Y'all really are a fucking joke. You have done nothing but be minuses. And you've never stopped.